This is fantastic. Absolutely. I'm like a little kid, guys. Literally, I started playing iRacing like 16 years ago, and I was waiting for a rain. Guys, the rain finally arrives after many years into the iRacing as well, and it's really, really good. And in this video, we're gonna be testing it on the best track in the world, on a Nürburgring Nordschleife, in a Porsche 992 GT3. I'm just gonna be driving around and showing the rain in the heavy conditions on iRacing, and we're gonna be going through it. I'm gonna be trying to be very critical and very nice at the same time. So let's see it. I want to also go from the perspective of like a real racing, sim racing, and gaming, and what's it all together meaning for the actually sim racing overall and for iRacing itself. Let's do this. Let's just jump on the track. Let's go. Finally a rain. Lots of puddles. Luckily the puddles are very clearly visible, at least in these conditions. Very, very wet. I'm sorry if this video will be cut in several pieces in case I crash, guys. But let's do this. Oh, finally, you can actually go sideways in iRacing. I like it. I like it. You can notice the puddles and the track being wet all around the patches. Like literally the rain or the puddles are going through the corners, through the circuit, across the track and such. Very realistic. Very realistic. Because it's like here, the puddle across the whole track. Then on the inside, you actually have to use a bit more offline than in any other sim. Way more realistic, actually, than any other sim in this regards. Because a lot of sims are saying they have a wet line, but they don't, you know? So, man, iRacing is definitely setting up the standard very highly. See? We had no grip, going in the grip. So basically, just to explain, in a real life, the wet line is anything where there's no rubber. So basically you go like here, where there's no rubber. In a rubber place where you're driving, it's very slippery, and then you go off the line to get as much grip as possible, and then you have to cross over into the line. It's very difficult. It's very difficult thing to master and learn on the tracks and in the cars. Obviously, sometimes you just have to drive in a racing line. It is as it is. And iRacing does it very well. I would actually personally say there could be way less grip in a racing line. Way less grip in a racing line. And it is very nicely made. Like the rain, guys, I don't know what you think right now, but the rain in my eyes, what I like the most is how the track is wet everywhere. Like obviously this looks like almost red flag conditions in real racing, because there's a lot of standing water. I think somebody was saying that the standing water is basically everywhere, as you can see, which is a little bit too much. I'm driving in the heavy rain, not in the highest settings. Oh, this corner. Look at the puddle on the inside here. Very slippery. You see the understeer of the car when I was going through there. Very, very beautiful. You don't have to actually drive completely off the line, but it's better, you know, like when you actually go a little bit more offline than on the inside. So you have to relearn basically driving in a wet compared to dry conditions. I absolutely love it. Some people are saying there's a bit of a... Look at this puddle. Look, puddle. Some people I noticed on the Discord were saying that there's a bit of a nonsense where the puddles are everywhere. Like even on the top of the hill and such, the water is not like going down and such. I agree, there's way too much puddles. Like in real life, this would be completely red flag, 100%, you know, because there's too much standing water. But you literally have to take the wet lines and then hope for a grip. That's one of the craziest things, like in a real racing, where you literally go in a corner, turn, no grip, and you would go straight, and then suddenly here, the grip goes back. You know, but unfortunately in the sim racing, they don't do it 100%. I would say the iRacing is the most closest to the real thing, but it's still missing a little tiny bit, you know? Like, yeah, especially in the Nürburgring. I did coaching on the Nordschleife last year in a real racing Cupra, and I was getting coaching how to drive in a wet here. And I think one of the best videos, if you guys want to know how the wet track actually is the from Super GT I think he was getting coached by Maro Engel on this track, I think. And he was showing the wet line, dry line, and it's incredible difficult on this track.
Here you just use the dry line. Here it's around the outside. And this now very, very slippery in the wet. A lot of people lose the car here, you see?
Yep.
Because that's very, very slippery there. So just be aware of that. This area.
And I had a chance to actually witness it when I drove here in October 2023, and you literally have to go like this. You cannot go in a racing line at all. Suddenly the car would understeer, you know? Which I think the iRacing could improve a little bit. Like, I think they definitely have the capacity to do it. To do a little bit, the racing line a little bit more slippery. And remove like a bit of the puddles. Like, literally you have puddles everywhere. This is like a little bit too much. But I must say, in terms of feeling, this is fantastic. Absolutely. I'm like a little kid, guys. I literally started playing iRacing like 16 years ago, and I was waiting for a rain as everybody else. But overall, in any other sim, like I play Assetto Corsa mainly, the wet is really good there, but you have to just drive in a normal racing line, you know? Like in real life, you have to go like here, you have to brake here, then completely avoid the line. This corner is extremely slippery, and then you go and somehow do crossover. Watch the water across the track. This is beautiful, you know? So, no matter what, I personally think in terms of visibility, design, weather forecast, and stuff like that, you have like the weather radar and stuff like that. This iRacing rain is the best thing I have ever seen in my sim racing life. And it's very, very well done. There's some negatives about it I would like to talk about. Just being, you know, be chilling around the track, guys. There's like some positives, some negatives. I would say like what I don't like, I would like to say first, is obviously iRacing is a 16-year-old game, it's a 16-year-old sim. The graphics is, they try the best, but the engine is just old. So the rain is, in terms of car, as you can see, the window, if I turn off the wiper, I can't turn off the wiper, I think, right now. I don't know why, it doesn't work. Never mind, if I would turn off the wiper, I will do a shot when there's gonna be no wiper, so you can see what I mean. The rain, or the design on the window is basically static, it's like, I don't know, scripted, which is completely fine. I don't really mind it, but it takes away the immersion and such. But I mean, it is how it is, you know. But it's not big negative. It's just as it is. Oh, watch the puddles everywhere. The carousel as well, like on the inside, big puddle here. Literally, really scary. Really, really scary. On the exit here, massive puddle as well. And then the rain is always going the same direction, as you notice. Like, it's always raining towards you. Puddle, avoid the puddle. This is like an avoid puddle simulation right now. I like it though. This is like really cool. Like, obviously in real life, there's not this amount of water. Or like the standing water, you know? It's very wide, but there's not that much standing water. Because that would be completely red flag, 100%. Because that would be very, very dangerous. But obviously, amount of water is great in iRacing. Right, trying the wet line here. Nicely got a grip there. Beautiful, beautiful. I really enjoy the noise stuff of this. It's like a perfect tool now for people to practice. For even like a track day or something, you know? I would... yeah, so basically the graphics, the rain is looking the same. There's too much puddles. Way too much standing water in the places where it should probably not be. And the wiper and so on. But it's like a little things, right? The most important is the physics. And the physics, in my opinion, is the best from any sim I have played so far. Obviously, it's releasing in 2024. Somebody was arguing, well, Assetto Corsa Competizione is worse now. But the thing is, Assetto Corsa Competizione is from 2018, 2019, something like this. And this is 2024, right? So you have to understand that. Oh, this is wicked. This is absolutely wicked here. So scary when you go across the track with the standing water, you know. Ah, no grip. Into the puddle, onto the grip. Whoa! So in terms of the physics, I really do like it. The only thing I would probably change a little bit, I would actually have, I think there's still too much grip on the front, especially. Like, I feel like in the front here, you see I just can turn like this. It's still, I think it's a little bit too much grip. What I really like in a real racing, you can even try it in your road car. When it's wet and slippery, you can just drive and do like this with the wheel, and you will suddenly hear the scraping tires, like brrr, like you're scraping the tire. And when you're racing in real life, you basically are constantly fighting that understeer.
Marcello, he is going to entertain us.
I mean, this
Up
is
through turn 10 and 11, and get that motor. So he's got the best visibility of anybody out there, and he's going to be the quickest car on track, I'm assuming, partly.
So especially you feel that in the racing line, you will be like, brrr, understeer, and grip, and grip, and grip. You know, like, not like this, but you will have the grip, you know? And that's one of the craziest thing on the actual real wet track that I don't feel in my wheel. It might be my force feedback settings, but I would really love to have that feeling of the like it vibrating a little bit in the tires when they are not getting the grip, because in a race car you're literally fighting that no grip all the time, you know? You go in the corner, you have a lot of grip, you go in the corner, you have a lot of grip, and then you have to turn more, and suddenly the car is like not turning into the corner, you know? Watch out for this puddle here, watch out, watch out, watch out. Here is very dangerous, watch this, watch this. Puddle on the inside, so we're braking here, and instantly puddle on the inside as well, so you have to avoid it. And another puddle on the inside, avoiding. You will take the wet line, go way more wider, trying to avoid all the puddle, and go around. How amazing is this, though? How amazing is this? So I feel like that's one of the things that makes the rain the most realistic in a real life, obviously. It's like when you literally, like, you constantly fight with the understeer, you know? And it's kind of missing for me here. It's really, really good. Like, it's really, really good, but it feels a little bit empty in that area. But it still makes the rain the best I have ever had in any game. Like, literally the feeling of it, the driving around. Like, one of the things I hate in ACC, like in ACC, you have to drive on the inside of the corner in the rain. And if you get here, there's no grip in the game. But in real life, here is actually the most grip in the rain. You know, when you're off the line, there's no rubber. So you can actually have to choose the lines. It's so amazing. So iRacing, very well done, guys. Like, especially with the weather radar and everything like that. This is, I don't know how it looks for you guys watching this, but this is pretty damn amazing to drive on the Nordschleife in these conditions like this, you know. What's this? What's this? And here, standing water on the inside. Be careful. A lot of oversteer. Fight it with the grip. Now let's go. You can brake in a racing line, no problem though. Like, you don't have to drive the offline all the time, but you have to literally avoid the puddles, you know. And if you end up off the line a bit, you still have that grip. That's really nice from iRacing. I really, like, honestly, this is the best rain so far in any sim. And I hope the other sims, like I was already on Twitter, Automobilista actually even wrote that they will, because of this, they will be working on their rain as well. And I would really love Assetto Corsa Competizione or Assetto Corsa 2, if it's gonna have a rain, to actually work on the realism in this aspect as well. You know, because like literally the wet racing line is the most important thing in a wet, and I think it could teach people a lot for the real racing and for like track days and so on, you know, and just be closer to the real world. One of the one of the biggest things that people actually talk about. Sorry guys, I'm just constantly talking. I hope you enjoy this as well. Let me know. Leave a like and subscribe. I just want to give you like as much as insight as I can. This corner in real life is insane. Like here, there's no grip. Like here, oh, you go straight, literally. But here we have a little bit more grip, but it's okay. But it's still pretty amazing. Oh. Puddle to puddle to puddle. You literally can use the puddles to actually turn sometimes. So this is really amazing. One of the things that has actually been talked most on my stream and also on the online I saw is the spray. Now I will try to show you some clip. Oh my god, what the hell? I literally can't. Where's the car? The lights here, I cannot see the lights. I literally cannot see anything. Where's the track? There's a car! I overtook someone. Oh. Can't see, I can't see. Oh my god! Oh my god! How did we know? What? I did not see him there. I did not see him, guys. Oh my god. This is a scary game. So you notice that the spray is, I would say, very realistic, very insane, but it's basically impossible to race in it in a sim right now. And just bear with me, guys. I would say the spray is unbelievably realistic, because in a real life, when it's wet like this, you see shit. Let's be honest, you literally see shit. The thing I have the problem with, I would change some things, is in real life, when you're following someone in wet conditions, not only you see perfectly the lights, you see your eyes adapt, right? You have like the eyes obviously see in 3D and so on. You see with the eyes more detailed and more things, and they adapt as well. And you see also the peripherals, like on the left you see the parts of the track and everything. So therefore, in real life, it's much easier to follow another car. Like, yeah, you see shit, but you know where you are going. You know where you're going. But in the game, or in the sim, we basically don't have that option. Everything is like flat. So you literally just see pale white and you don't see where you're actually going, you know? And I think like what I have tried so far in online races, it's literally impossible to race properly. Like you just can't see anything, you know? And I have a feeling iRacing should do some changes. Like first they need to improve the lights on the cars, like so they are actually visible. And the second thing, I would say, like in real life, this rain looks like very similar, but you obviously see through it a little differently. Like, yeah, you see shit, but you see, you know what I mean? Because you see all around this perspective around you, like this wide angle, and like in a 3D or something like, I don't know how to explain properly. And therefore, the one in iRacing is literally like, you just don't see a shit, you know? And it's impossible to race properly. And I think what they should do, personally, I think, is they should remove around 20% like opacity on it, or transparency, make it like 20% more, like 15 to 20% more transparent, and then also. So make it like 20% more, like 15 to 20% more transparent, more opacity, and make it like a little bit less in a way, depending also how much water there is on the track, because it really depends. Like in real life, the spray is obviously huge, but it really depends how much water there is on the track. And in iRacing so far, I noticed in medium rain, light rain, heavy rain, the spray is always the same, like 99%. So you literally don't see all the time, and I think they should like reduce that a little bit to make it a little bit more like in a real world, you know? And I will show you an example. So yeah, you see like how like one part you don't see and one part you see, you know? So yeah, but honestly guys, I must say the first impression of the iRacing rain, how it works with the radar and everything, the best. The drying track, you know, the going to wet, going to dry, dynamic conditions and so on. So I would say literally the best experience in the rain so far. I wouldn't say the other games like Automobilista, ACC are far behind, but the thing that makes it so unique in iRacing is that you can literally use the proper wet line. You have all the water going across the track in a very logical way. Like you see, like right here, for example, you see the water going across the track correctly, and therefore that's very, very realistic, you know. Obviously, sometimes you have on the top of a hill some puddles and so on, but they probably should not be there. But overall, it is really, really well done. Really well done. Oh. I had some bugs, obviously. I was streaming on a release day, and they had some UI and server issues, so it was quite annoying. My game was crashing and the people were disappearing. It was impossible to connect to the servers and so on, and the rain was buggy as well. So it was quite unfortunate, but I'm sure they will fix it, you know. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. iRacing Rain, yes or no? I personally, what I think, the thing I want you guys to take from this video is that all the sims are really good and funny with the rain, but iRacing put it on a little bit next level now in terms of like possibility across the whole track with the radar. I mean, Gran Turismo has the radar, but this is like a little bit next level on a PC. With the puddles and everything driving around the track, the wet lines and so on, is a little bit next level. And I really hope the other sims in the future will take it from here and will even make this even better. You know what I mean? Like, even better, because this is very good potential. And I'm sure if iRacing would not be limited with their iRacing engine from, I don't know, 2007 or something, I'm sure this would be even more insane, you know? Even more insane. But guys, let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat. Thank you very much for watching. I'm like a little kid, guys. I waited 16 years for this in iRacing, and I'm very satisfied so far. Very satisfied. I tried some Cadillac LMP GTP. It was impossible to drive with. I don't know if it's like that, but it's the lighter car, the worse it is, you know. The Formula cars on Misano, very funny, and so on. But man, this is absolutely like very good, you know, very good. Like, I mean, it was worth the wait, and I'm sure they're gonna do even better job with it, you know. I'm sure they will even make a better job with this, and I'm very curious how this will. I think this is gonna be like a step to make a sim racing even better for other people, for other games, you know. Because we obviously want to role play, we want to be as real or close to real as possible, especially in iRacing and ACC and AC1 and so on. And I really love this. I honestly, like, I feel like this is an incredible experience. Absolutely incredible experience. It's gonna be great practice tool as well, to practice for actual weather conditions in a real life, you know. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and this is Rain in iRacing. I don't think I have a damage. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you very much.